The Brad rules.
How's it going, guys? So I had to do a video on Mutahar of SomeOrdinaryGamers. So I can't trust Mutahar anymore, guys. I love Muta and everything. I love his creepy gaming videos. I love some of his takes on the gaming industry. But the guy can't be trusted because he bought a Switch 2. And you might be asking yourself, well, Brad, he bought the Switch 2, so what? Well, the guy made a bunch of videos talking about the anti-consumerism of Nintendo and voting with your wallet. Voting with your wallet. This thing right here, Muta. This thing right here. You know, what happened to that? What happened to voting with your wallet? No, doesn't ring a bell. No. But Muta made an apology video. Why did he buy the Switch 2 after talking about all the anti-consumerism, paying for upgrading games, paying $10 for a tutorial game, how to use your Switch 2? He hits all these points, talks about it all. I'm rooting for Muta. Go Muta, go! Go Muta, go! Go Muta, go! You know, I'm right there behind Muta every step of the way. Beautiful videos. Oh, beautiful. You know, Muta is taking it to Nintendo. But the thing is, Muta, why am I making a video on you? I don't like, making drama videos. That's not my thing. I much rather make, video game content focusing on games, but I mean, this is a gaming video basically. But you have 3.84 million subscribers, just short of 4 million. Without a doubt, you're gonna hit 4 million by the end of the year. You know what? And God bless you. That's a beautiful thing. Muta works hard, gets on here, makes videos, edits them. The guy has made some masterful videos. I love his video on Shenmue, for example. But you know what? Here's the thing. As much praise as Muta deserves, he deserves just as much criticism because he is not consistent. I have seen this time and time again, and this right here was a slap in the face to all his subscribers and fans who stood behind him and said, you know what, Muta's right. This time, I'm gonna vote with my wallet. I'm not going out and I'm not supporting anti-consumerism from Nintendo. You know what? Nintendo can go fuck themselves. I am going to vote with my wallet. And people rightfully stood behind that message. And I was right here and you saw it with your own two eyes. I did the same thing. I said, don't go out and buy a Switch 2. Upgrade your PC. Don't support that anti-consumerism. Don't support Nintendo trying to fleece you with a $450 console, $80 games, and a fucking $10 tutorial. I mean, it's madness. All these things added up to something that was not worth buying, not worth telling Nintendo, I accept this. Because when you give them your money for some schlock like this, you are telling them that this is okay. And then what do we get? $90 Sonic Digital Deluxe, the Sonic Crossroads game. $90. Without a doubt, GTA 6 is probably going to be $100. Is it any doubt in anyone's mind at this point that Rockstar is going to think twice that, hey, I wonder if people are gonna pay $100 for GTA 6? Well, they spent all this money. They spent money on $80 ports. And speaking of ports, this is what Muta claims, and he made an apology video. Yes, he actually made an apology video to his fans. He went out and he bought the Switch 2, and he said it was all in the name. See, this is why it was almost like a backhanded apology. He said he had to go out and test Cyberpunk 2077, the port. And he found out that, well, it runs okay. It doesn't really run the best, but it runs okay. Wow, Muta, you're a hero to the internet, showing us, how Cyberpunk runs on the Switch 2. That was definitely worth $450 of your money.
The other thing I wanted to see was, again, the functionality of these games too, especially one game completed on the system. And for that, I played Cyberpunk 2077. In fact, that was a pretty massive section of the video where I just showed the game actually running.
I mean, are you serious? See, this is what I don't like. Muda, at least have the fortitude, have the balls to admit to your audience that you just really wanted to switch to for whatever reason. You know, I don't know what it was, but I think it's like sad. You have a very nice PC with a great graphics card in there. So I don't know why you're going out and buying the fucking Switch 2. Unless you really, it's not even that the guy wanted to play Mario Kart World. You know, he's the first thing that the guy pops in is Cyberpunk 2077, which he could use his powered up PC. You know, he has a great gaming rig to play Cyberpunk, but he has to show it to you on here. So it's for work. But, you know, it just remains, the fact still remains, Muda. This is just total disrespect. People come to you for, you know, gaming news and an opinion that holds some weight, that has a little bit of pull. And with your close to 4 million subscribers, you need to do better. You said that in the video, okay, and I respect it, but at the same time, don't try to tell people that you bought this for work. There's nothing else you could talk about. It's so important to talk about, you know, how Cyberpunk runs on the Switch 2. Give me a break. I am not buying that. And here's the kicker. He also says that we need to support physical games with the whole game plus the DLC on the game card. So, yeah, so just go out and buy an overpriced system and an overpriced game just to support this business practice.
I really feel like even if you're not buying the Nintendo Switch 2 and you've got the money, you should probably signal to the industry that buying a completed Switch game, you know, or buying a complete product on launch with all the DLC onto it is something that should be supported, right?
How about just not buying the console? You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is hysterical. I mean, talk about damage control. This is an apology video, but he still has to defend himself, and he has every right to. But this just sounds ridiculous. You know what really cracks me up? Is that he comes on there and he posts about the Switch 2 and Cyberpunk and all that, and then it's like, you know, you didn't think you were going to get any backlash. He kind of just quietly does it. He doesn't even make a post saying, you know what, guys? I decided to buy the Switch 2. No, he posts like the footage of him testing out Cyberpunk, backlash from the fans, then the apology video. It's what did he expect? Did he expect people to ignore the multiple videos that he made regarding the Switch 2 and Nintendo's anti-consumerism? I don't get the mentality of some people. Like, why would you do that? What did you expect to come of that? I don't know. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Do you think Muda was justified in buying the Switch 2? Do you think we can trust him anymore? Let me know. Are you a big fan of Muda as well? You know, let's discuss it down below. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bells to get all the notifications when I post all my new videos. I want to thank all my subscribers for your continued support. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.